What's going on, guys? I'm Tommy and I'm coming at you with another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Jazwares Micro Galaxy Squadron TIE Advanced Prototype from Rebels. Something I really love about the Star Wars Rebels series is how much of Ralph McQuarrie's concept art for the original movies was brought into the film as brand new designs or inspiring existing designs that we saw all throughout all 4 seasons of that show, one of them here being the TIE Advanced Prototype. I love how they worked this design into the show, and I also think it's great that Micro Galaxy Squadron is finally getting this TIE variant out into the line. I actually found this vehicle at one of my local Walmarts, so Series 10 of the Light Armor class for Micro Galaxy Squadron seems to be hitting Walmart locations throughout the continental US. If you're a collector of this line, definitely keep a lookout. You may also find chases and rares for that wave as well. Taking a look at the packaging here, this is the standard style of packaging for the Light Armor class for Micro Galaxy Squadron. On the card back here, you have your Star Wars logo as well as your Star Wars Rebels logo at the top right here. On this side here, we have the little indicator here. This little tab says Series 10. They used to do different colors to indicate the different series. Now they're all done in white. On the back of the card back behind the bubble, you can see it's just like a blue grid backdrop here. No scenery or anything like that. On the bubble itself, we have the vehicle in here. We also have a little cutout showing you that the character can go inside of the vehicle. And this one comes with the 7th Sister Inquisitor. I would have thought it would be the Grand Inquisitor, but interesting that they went with the 7th Sister. We have the Micro Galaxy Squadron logo, the name of the vehicle in this reflective material here, and this is number 214 in the Micro Galaxy Squadron lineup. Nothing on the sides of the bubbles here, but on the bottom here, we have all our legalese. Guys, please, don't feed this ship to your babies. On the back of the card back here, we have our, again, standard style of packaging for what we see for Micro Galaxy Squadron. We have a hologram image of the vehicle here, as well as a couple features like the wings being able to fold in and the wings being able to actually detach. We also have a little cutout card here. You can use this for display or trading purposes. And then down below, we can see the rest of the lineup for the Light Armor class Series 10, including the Rare and the Chase variant. With that covers the packaging for this vehicle, so let's get it opened and we'll check it out. Alright, here is our vehicle out of the packaging. Of course, before we take a look at the vehicle, let's take a look at our figure that we get with it. The figure comes in its own little packaging here. You can see the figure and the name of the character, again, the 7th Sister Inquisitor there. And then on the back, we have this cool blue grid backdrop with a little illustration of the character, matching the aesthetic of the card back. Taking a look at the figure up close, for the 1-inch scale, this is immediately recognizable as the 7th Sister. They've done a really good job with the sculpting here, and the sculpting alone makes this recognizable, but what I really love is all the paint apps here. You can see some little red lines up at the top of the helmet there. You can see she has some Imperial cogs that are printed on her shoulders. Those look great. And then we have some more white and red striping on the front of the suit there. You can see on the back, they did even paint and sculpt her Inquisitor lightsaber on her back. That is super cool. And then we have, just again, some cool sculpted and painted detail. The belt buckle is painted in silver. We have some white lines on the sides of the legs there, some red striping down along the legs, and then some red on the boots as well. So overall, this is a really nice looking minifigure. She does have the standard scheme of articulation for Micro Galaxy Squadron with a rod that runs through the shoulders, giving you a 360-degree swivel here. These move together. They don't move separately. And oh, I'm noticing too, the insides of the hands are painted in red. That is super cool. They're including so much detail in these figures now. There's also a rod that runs through the hips, which gets you a hinge motion, which makes a bend to 90 degrees so she can sit inside the vehicle. Moving on to our TIE Advanced Prototype now. This is a pretty basic design. It is just done in the gray color that we see a lot of our TIE variants done in Micro Galaxy Squadron. What I really love about this ship is all of the sculpted detail here. Now, usually something that I praise the Micro Galaxy Squadron team for is the wash or panel lining that they give to their vehicles. However, in this case, I'm not going to critique them for not doing it. This in the show that we see it in is usually a brand new vehicle. Rarely is it ever used in any sort of combat. Maybe a dogfight or two in the show, but for the most part, we never see it in action. We never see it all dirtied up. I will say the sculpted detail of all the paneling is really, really nice, and they did do the solar panels on the insides of the wings in black, as they should be. Those also have a really nice sculpted texture to them. You see a little bit of red here where the firing cannons are, and then there is the clear plastic with some gray paint for the viewport out front. The canopy does open. They did attempt to color match this. It's not a perfect color match, but I'd rather have the clear plastic look rather than just the black paint. You can also see there is some sculpted detail on the inside for your character to sit in. Nothing like flight yokes or anything like that, but they did include some little modules and panels in the front there for you to check out. Aside from that though, some very, very tiny red paint applications at the back of the ship, and again, it's a pretty basic design, but it's very accurate to what we see in Star Wars Rebels, and I'm always happy to have another TIE variant in the collection. So the ship does have a couple features. They both have to do with the wings here, and you can see that you can actually fold all 4 of the wings down individually, and it can get into a landed position in that way as well. I'll probably display mine with the wings out on the shelf until I get my Cube Squadron Imperial hangar in. Then I will have this landed in the hangar with the rest of my TIEs, but until then, this is a cool option as well to have it folded up and landed. The other feature that this ship has is that the wings actually remove. I will say this is a little annoying. I know why they included this feature. It's to keep it from breaking, you know, when kids are playing with it, but if you don't really have those locked into place there, they will just pop off super easily. And I will say it is just a little bit annoying how loose they are, but if you really push them on, they won't fall off there, but definitely be wary of that. Getting our figure inside the vehicle, we will just lift up the canopy once again. That hinge works really nicely, and you kind of want to have her already in the seated position, get her down in there, and then you can bring her arms down. And she doesn't have like a clip or anything that holds her in there, so she just kind of wobbles around in there, but it is a really nice look. You can't see the figure inside on camera, but I can see the figure through the viewport on the front there, so that's nice. There is also this button on the bottom of the ship here. I wonder if this is to help you. Yeah, this kind of lifts the figure up so that you can get your hand in there and grab the figure. That's a pretty nice design choice there, and I love that very consistently in this line, the Jazwares team does think of things that keep the consumer in mind. While again, I'm not a huge fan of how easy it is for the wings to just fall off the ship, I do understand why they did it, and the same goes for this button at the bottom here, giving you better opportunity to get the figure out without having to just shake it around and hope the figure falls out, maybe gets eaten by the carpet monster. It is a really nice design. It's design choices like that that show how much the Jazwares team is thinking of the consumer. But with that, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this quick little review. This is a fun vehicle, and I'm always happy to add another Imperial TIE variant to my Imperial ranks for my Micro Galaxy Squadron collection. I love the way this vehicle looks, and I'm really excited that I found it in store. But with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did and you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to Blitz Transmissions. I've got awesome Star Wars content coming out all the time. If you're an ARC Trooper in my Patreon, you would have seen this review early. If you'd like access to early content, monthly giveaways, and other awesome benefits, the link to my Patreon is in the description below. Become an ARC Trooper for just $4.99 a month. If you're a fan of the reviews I do here on YouTube, or you just want to support the YouTube channel more directly, you could also check out my YouTube channel membership, Rancor Battalion. For just 99 cents a month, it gives you access to exclusive badges, priority replies in my comment section, you get to vote on what I review next for the channel, just like the Patreon members do, and you get to check out all my reviews early here on YouTube. If you'd like some Blitz Transmissions swag, you can check out the Blitz Transmissions Armory over on Printify. Link to that is in the description below, as well as links to my Discord and all my social media. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll catch you for the next one, and may the Force be with you.
Breaking off all units, fire at will. Squad 2, pick a target. Too many, Captain. Watch your stabilizer, Gold 6. Anybody cover me. I've got 2 vultures on my tail. You've got to hold them here. Watch your left. I can't shake them. I'm hit. I'm hit. Where's the reinforcements?